Enough already. Oh, all right then.
What was that? Why is the door open? By Allah, what is going on here? It seems that the Prophet has granted me mercy. I should take advantage of this opportunity. Fortune favors the brave, after all.
He should lead me straight to his paycheck, to the buyer, and to the amphora. I'd better keep up. I have to find his trail again. Little flea bag better not let me down. Good girl. Followed fish. Apparently, An-Nasir found the fish in his bag and threw the stuff away. At least it proves that he actually came this way. But which of the 3 exits did he take? Same old, same old. This is one repetitive dream. Perhaps I'll bore myself awake. But still, so long as I'm getting closer to this amphora from Alexandria, at least now I know part of An-Nasir's escape route. Now I need to come up with something to make sure I don't lose sight of An-Nasir in the second alleyway. Enough already. It might help me track his route, but as it stands, the ash won't last more than a few minutes. Perhaps I can find a better use for it. This isn't the right time for a snowball fight. What could I do here so I don't lose him? A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. He won't go this way. I should focus on the route he's going to take. There's a hollow in the ground that runs the width of the alleyway. The ground's set a little lower here. Now, all I need to do is wait a little while. There, it's frozen over. Perfectly smooth. Slippery. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. I don't know which exit An-Nasir is going to escape by. Until I found that out, I won't make a habit of dashing aimlessly around narrow, labyrinthine alleyways. I bet I'd just get totally lost. I'm not superstitious. I would accept a check for 13,000 euros with my left hand while standing under a ladder near a black cat on Friday the 13th, and I would laugh while doing it. A wooden ladder. I'll take some snow. Here we go, again. I've got the first part nailed. Let's see if I can tidy up the rest and find the amphora's buyer. How unexpected. He escaped again and closed the gate behind him. All right, here we go. This time I need to find out which of the 3 gates in the courtyard An-Nasir took. Ladies and gentlemen, which mystery door will Nina, the in all likelihood widow from Russia, pick today? A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. Okay, I'll dust some ash onto the gate handles. Done. The ground's set a little lower here. The ash on the gates should reveal where An-Nasir went. He won't get away from me this time. It's obvious. An-Nasir smudged the ash on this handle. Shit. Again? Never mind. I've done this before. How am I supposed to follow An-Nasir's trail now? The canal's frozen over. No, An-Nasir's too fat to get in there. No. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. A passageway to an adjacent alleyway. Someone swept the path outside this house very neatly, but a lot of snow has collected on the roof of the porch. I can't reach it. I'll just clear the snow off this porch. Now An-Nasir will leave footprints for me to follow when he crosses the bridge. It's played its part in this epic. The snow will keep him from a clean getaway. Perfect. An-Nasir ran off to the right, so he must have taken that alleyway.
You're alive.
My gold! Quickly!
Si capisce. My master keeps his word. Wait here.
Give your master my thanks. Salam alaikum. Peace be with you.
Farewell.
So the amphora is in this house. I'm curious to see who lives here and has such an interest in ancient Egyptian artifacts.
Master, what is so special about this amphora?
One need not know everything all at once, my pupil.
I could not avoid glancing inside. It contains a scroll. Master, what do all these mysterious symbols mean? Why did the city watch arrest the Arab? Because of that amphora?
Mamma mia, one day your curiosity is going to cost you your head. You're here because you're young and have 2 strong arms. You can pump the bellows and stoke the fire.
But I'm also here to learn. So please, tell me what's written on the scroll. Otherwise, I may have to ask someone else.
Imbecile! You ought to learn to hold your tongue. But all right. Youth brings questions, age brings answers. Are you familiar with Archimedes?
Forgive me, Master.
Idiota! Why should I give you answers that have no meaning to you? Archimedes was a great Greek scholar. He wrote the solution to a mathematical problem on the scroll.
What kind of mathematical problem?
Do you really believe your mind would take the earth-shattering ramifications of what Archimedes discovered? Of course not.
Where is the scroll now?
An excellent idea. I'll tell an imbecile like you whose tongue is quicker than his feet. If the city guards tortured you, you'd sing like a canary. The scroll is safely stored here in the workshop. The work of Archimedes must be preserved for posterity at all costs. I must also prevent his knowledge from falling into the wrong hands. That's why I've hidden the scroll somewhere where it can be found centuries from now.
Master, I do not wish to offend you, but you seem somewhat absent-minded of late. Perhaps you remember how you searched for the sketches you made for your last painting? You hid those carefully as well.
I'm a genius. Absent-mindedness comes with the territory. But because I'm a genius, I've also begun noting such things since my last incident. And I placed them in the care of my latest construction.
Are you referring to the cylinder?
See, it protects my writings from prying eyes, and I only need to remember a single hiding place. The cylinder.
As you say, Master.
Ah, here's the book I was looking for. Follow me next door. We still have a lot of work to do.
See, Master Leonardo.
Leonardo? I don't believe it. I'm in Leonardo da Vinci's workshop. This can only be a dream. Never mind. Leonardo obviously considers Archimedes' writings to be of great importance. I must find the cylinder. It holds the clue to the whereabouts of Archimedes' mathematical solution. I still have stuff to do here. Da Vinci told his assistant that the cylinder containing the information regarding the whereabouts of Archimedes' notes is hidden here in the workshop. Could be some kind of hoist? People shouldn't leave things standing about when I'm around. Especially not useful inventions. The right arm of the scales. There's no weight on it, and it's not moving so much as an inch. There's probably a small catch inside this hole that keeps the scales locked in position. The poker doesn't fit the catch. The sword doesn't fit the catch hole. The hoist won't make the scales move one bit as long as the catch inside that small hole isn't loosened. No idea what this construct is really for, but it looks like a huge set of scales. I can't see the other arm. The box contains an oil lamp and a concave mirror. The oil lamp and the concave mirror are fixed firmly in the box. I won't be able to get them out without breaking them. Wow, that's a... what is it actually? A weird cart thing. No idea whether it really worked. Sadly, I don't have the time to find out. This amphora contains scrolls written by Archimedes, which survived the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Max was after these writings for some reason, before he was kidnapped. Maybe my strange dream will give me a way to find out where the writings are now, and what they mean. Once empty, it's just a really old pot to put your flowers in. Da Vinci hid a clue to the whereabouts of its contents in a cylinder somewhere in this room. From what I can decipher, this is correspondence between Da Vinci and his old teacher, Verrocchio. My meager skills aren't up to a full translation, though. I don't think that personal correspondence between Da Vinci and his teacher Verrocchio is of much use to me, especially seeing as I can barely translate any of it. No idea what that's supposed to be. It's best if I take a closer look at it. I'll take this whatchamajig with me. A chronicle of the Medici family with descriptions of all members. Cosimo the Elder, Piero the Gouty, and others with weird titles. It's a little heavy, but I'll take it. A chronicle of the Medici family with descriptions of all members. A headlamp. The concave mirror inside the box focuses and magnifies the light from the oil lamp. No idea whether it really worked. Sadly, I don't have the time to find out. The lamp is on already. An empty canvas. I understand that every great painting started out like that. I'll leave the canvas on the easel. A bucket of red paint. Oh, I just know this ends in my threads covered in paint. A bucket of red paint. I've not painted since the period in life when dipping your foot in the pot and smearing it on the page were sufficient for master status. That really is a lot of books. Max would be thrilled. Fascinating, but it would take forever to read them all. The Madonna Benoit. Back in the future, it's in the Hermitage in St. Petersburg. I went there once with my dad. Of course, that was in the past of the present, not in a dream of the past. What, steal a famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci? It will be extremely valuable in my time, but I'm not sure this painting's strictly real. About a dozen paintings wrapped in paper, perhaps commissioned work that Da Vinci did to earn a living. True, I am a bit of a magpie, but I'm not going to cram that in my pocket. An ornate walking stick. A master craftsman diploma belonging to Verrocchio, Leonardo da Vinci's teacher. I wonder if he was as smart as Leonardo was. After all, Da Vinci must have learned some tricks somewhere. Stealing a master craftsman's diploma isn't going to improve my skills as a mechanic. I'm not done here yet. Da Vinci told his pupil that the cylinder with a clue leading to the place where the writings were hidden is in this workshop. A walking stick with curious carvings. Some of the symbols look like reverse letters. Others look strangely elaborate and misshapen. The walking stick isn't sturdy enough to loosen the catch. I've painted it red. The walking stick isn't sturdy enough. No idea what this construct is really for. Now I can see the symbols much better. They appear to be a kind of code table in which every letter is assigned a cryptic symbol. The canvas is now marked with the impressions from the walking stick. It appears to be a kind of code table in which every letter is assigned a cryptic symbol. I'll leave the canvas on the easel. Let's see if this hydraulic jack can lift the vehicle. Product tester Nina gives this hoist an A+. Chisels in varying sizes. I guess Da Vinci uses them for his stonemasonry. One of the chisels seems to fit the gap. If I can just... I I've loosened the catch. There's a cylinder in that box up there. Fingers crossed it's the one Da Vinci secured his notes in, the clue to Archimedes' scroll. That must be the cylinder I'm looking for. A little brass button. Each wheel displays a number of letters. Looks like it spells out the names of cities. Verrocchio! These notes should tell me where I can find Archimedes' writings. Someone's at the door.
Un momento, I'm coming. Signore de Medici, how can I help you?
Please, call me Lorenzo, my friend. I've come to pick up the painting. Is it finished?
Ma si, a masterpiece. I will go and get it right away. Here it is. I hope it is to your liking.
It is magnificent. You are a true master.
I thank you. May I accompany you for a while, Signore de Medici?
Lorenzo.
Scusi, si capisce, Lorenzo.
Prego. Who would not value the company of such a great artist? Join me at my Villa in Careggi for a glass of wine.
So that's how the great master earned his bread. The Madonna Benois was commissioned by Lorenzo de Medici. My subconscious is full of useful facts. Right. Back to it. I've found Da Vinci's notes. Now I need to decipher them to find out where he hid Archimedes' scroll. Leonardo da Vinci's notes. Unfortunately, I can't decipher the cryptic symbols. Seems to be some kind of code or cipher. Ooh, this is a tough one, even with the code on the canvas. But if I've done it properly, then the final entry says, Greek safely concealed in the painting of the Magnificent. I guess Greek means Archimedes, or rather his scroll, and it's hidden in a painting that shows or belongs to the Magnificent. The Magnificent, eh? I still have stuff to do here. Da Vinci told his... I'm not done here yet. Da Vinci told his pupil that the cylinder... True, I am a bit of a magpie. Stealing a master craftsman's diploma isn't...
Nina has Da Vinci's notes, but unfortunately they're written in code. If Nina can break the code, it's likely the code table is somewhere in the workshop, but probably not in plain sight on a piece of paper.
The Chronicle says Lorenzo de Medici is called the Magnificent. So, Archimedes' writings must be under a painting that has something to do with Lorenzo de Medici. Damn, it must be the Madonna Benois. And it was just picked up. I have to follow those two and get my hands on that painting. Was Max right? Do my dreams mean something? If so, then I don't get it. Maybe I need to piece it all together. Over 2,000 years ago, Archimedes writes a scroll, the contents of which are so volatile that even the genius Leonardo da Vinci later fears to publish it. So he hides the scroll under the Madonna Benoit and sells it to a Florentine businessman, and the painting survives for centuries.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting our descent into San Francisco shortly. Please turn off all electronic devices and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
The painting is the key. I have to talk to the restorer Max was going to meet at the Palace of Fine Arts. Perhaps he can help me make sense of it all, and find Max. Huh? What's going on here?
As we expected, she's headed to the Palace of Fine Arts to talk to Anderson. Keep an eye on her.
Excuse me, what happened here?
There was a fire. The museum will be closed until further notice.
I'm looking for the museum's restorer, Michael Anderson. Do you know him?
Yes, I'm afraid he's been missing since the fire.
Don't you have anything more specific? A lead? An address?
Sorry, ma'am, but I can't comment on ongoing investigations.
Of course. At least tell me. The pictures from the Leonardo exhibit, were they destroyed?
No, all the artworks are safe in a fireproof archive in the basement.
So they're still in the building?
That's what I said. Now, answer a few of my questions. Who are you? What are you doing here? What's your interest in the fire?
No, I came especially to see the exhibit. I'm a big fan of Leonardo.
Yeah, so's my wife. Did you see Titanic?
Yes. The painting in my dream. It's here. I don't believe it. Did all of that really happen? But then, behind this painting, must be the scroll. The fire at the museum. Is it coincidence? Or did someone want to destroy the painting? I have to go to the museum and find it. An empty glass bottle with a screw cap. An empty glass bottle with a screw cap. I don't need any dirty water right now. An ordinary American puddle. Wrong place, wrong time. Time magazine. Time magazine. Cover story? The War on Recreational Drugs. The cover shows a bottle of whiskey. Advertising the Leonardo da Vinci exhibition. And I know the painting on the poster all too well. The Madonna Benoit. The engine is running. In Germany, he'd have an army of environmentalists on his heels by now. The cop would see that in the rearview mirror. The engine is running. You can't test drive a squad car, not without fiancé threatening ramifications. The engine is running. A textbook American cop. Hi, it's me again.
How can I help you, ma'am?
Could I take a quick look at the museum?
Sorry, ma'am, but like I said, the museum is closed due to a fire.
All those masterpieces gone?
The paintings are safe. They were secured in the fireproof basement archive.
Thanks. You've really helped me a lot.
That's what we're here for, ma'am.
A piece of glass. A piece of broken glass. Real sharp. Okay, I cut the whiskey bottle label out of the front page. I sense that's all I'll need. I managed to cut out the label of the whiskey bottle. The label wouldn't stick. The owner seems to be a real patriot. Some useful things, some less so, some questionable magazines. Standard news kiosk. I don't want this stuff. Looks busy. Hello.
Hello, lovely lady. How can I make your visit to the Palace of Fine Arts even sweeter today?
Got any interesting papers?
Of course. I've got Military Magazine and a few other publications of a more, delicate nature, if you catch my meaning. Interesting enough for you?
Not for me, thanks.
The customer is king. Anything else I can do for you today?
Do you serve food as well?
Unfortunately, my hot dog machine is shot, but I have a nice selection of candy bars and salted nuts.
No, thanks. I had that on the plane already.
Suit yourself. Anything else I can do for you?
Come to think of it, I'd like something to drink.
How about an iced tea? Very refreshing.
Well...
Sorry, I don't carry German beer. You don't want to raise any eyebrows. Brows, get it?
You're a regular Roger Moore. Yes, people who live in Germany only drink beer. Schnell, give me 3 liters of the stuff immediately.
You can't just buy alcohol anywhere, you know.
Why ever not?
You aren't really expecting me to give you a lecture on California's alcohol laws, are you? The only thing you need to know is that I don't sell alcohol here because I'm not allowed to. It's that simple. So do you want an alcohol-free iced tea or not?
Oh, all right. Perhaps if I snort it, I'll get some kind of buzz. Honestly, the customer service here. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, lady.
Iced tea in a carton. How civilized. The tea looks a lot more appetizing in a bottle. There's straw-colored iced tea in the bottle. The label wouldn't stick. I'll moisten the label a little. Should stick to the bottle, at least until it dries. Looks like a real bottle of whiskey. Tastes like crap. If I approach from the side, I can place my whiskey bottle in between the other wares without being noticed. Hi, it's me again.
How can I help you, ma'am?
May I ask you something?
Isn't that what you've been doing this whole time?
It's because of the strict alcohol laws here in California. I don't want to make a mistake in getting wasted.
Alcohol is only sold in special liquor stores during legally mandated opening hours, and only to customers who are over 21 years old.
So, you can't just buy a bottle off the street?
Of course not. Are things different where you're from?
Well, you can buy just about anything just about anywhere. In every supermarket, at any gas station, even the smallest kiosk carries a wide selection, just in case.
Are you just talking about alcohol? Or can you buy firearms, too?
I have to ask you about liquor licenses again.
What about them?
How do I recognize a licensed shop?
That's easy. Liquor stores have a sign over the door that says, Liquor Store. You can't miss it.
Really? So I can assume that the kiosk over there isn't allowed to sell alcohol?
Yes, ma'am. He can't sell you any alcohol. Licensed liquor stores have to be burglar-proof. That's why the kiosk doesn't have the sign I mentioned.
But I saw alcohol in its display.
Say that again?
Well, I don't know that much about it. I only drink beer from time to time, but what I saw over there looked suspiciously like a bottle of the devil's juice. Whiskey.
Well, if that's true, I'll have to take a closer look.
I'm sure the officer will realize that it's just a harmless joke. At least, I hope so for the shopkeeper's sake. You can't test drive a squad car, not without fiancé threatening ramifications. The officer is out. A good opportunity to steal everything from the trunk. I'll keep everything I might be able to use. And I'll close it quietly. I guess the officer is having a word with the shopkeeper in there right now.